Hi, hello there, happy Friday. If you hear me start yelling, stop it. The two dogs are outside, play fighting, but they get a little bit rough sometimes. Like Rosie's got hold of Trixie's collar at the moment, trying to strangle her. So if you hear me going, yeah, you know what it's all about, yeah. Well, I'm in charge of the two Arab scarabs because the folks have gone to a wedding in Dumfries. So I have, oh God, they're herring about the garden like lunatics. I think the technical term is zoomies, yeah. My technical term is playing the fool. And they're on the garden again. Get off the garden! Rosie, get off! Oh. Ugh. Trish's flowers are going to be non-existent by the time they come back. But they do love playing out, and I don't like cooping them up when they can be in. Yeah. Right, what am I doing now? This is partly part of a one. Oh, wrong way again. I've pinned it on here because it wasn't going as planned. Well, it wasn't going as I planned it anyway. The picture is from Etsy, I think. Dreamcatcher top. But if you look at the centre circle, I'm not happy with the way it bags out. And it had this massive, massive armholes. And what it was doing was it was making this bit just bag right out. So I undid it all, and I'm trying to work out. I mean, I've done them before off a different pattern, and they didn't do this for sure. And I'm trying to work out to make it like kind of level, if you know what I mean. Not, you know, the sit will hang and block straight and not bag outwards, yeah. So I'll let you know what happens when I've finished it, yeah. Because I wasn't happy with the pattern, so there was no way I was going to carry on doing it. I'm like that, I don't know whether you are or not. If I think something isn't going right, I have to amend. So I pin it on the little model, Lady Jane, you know, to see how she wears it. And if she's not wearing it well, as the pop song says, then I have to change it, yeah. So I'm hoping that it will lie flat. Now I've changed it. And I'm also keeping my eye on the weather. I don't know where this heat wave is they planned for us, but it's not happening here. Not happening at all, at all, at all. So maybe you're getting it down south, but you're certainly not getting it up in the north, no. Right, what have I been making? Well, I've made another one. If you've been watching my live, I think you would have seen this, and I think I've shown it before, but I'm not too sure. It was made with I Love This yarn that somebody had sent me from America. And it's the same pattern I've been using for the other two tops that I've made. What's it called? Maya Luna crochet or something. Mandala. I've put the link to the pattern on the previous videos, but I haven't got the pattern with me at the minute. And that's the front view. But of course, because American yarn is so much thicker than our double knitting, it has come out much bigger. But that's not a bad thing, because there's a lot of people who are much bigger in real life. So that's what it looks like. Looks a bit more interesting on the fronts, doesn't it, because it's got some patterning. That's the back view of it. My friend came the other day, and I have actually got a web page, but don't rush, there's nothing on it yet. I had a bad back on Wednesday, really terrible back. So I was taking painkillers all day long, and I don't know whether they were too strong or what, but I woke up yesterday morning, Thursday morning, and I was just sick everywhere. Which I'm sure you don't want to hear about, because it's not the subject of my video. Oh yeah, well, somebody else wants to hello to me. I don't normally do moany health videos, but I just couldn't eat anything, and even today I'm not eating much today. Why my weight doesn't go down is a mystery. My weight should go, ooh, because I'm eating nothing, but that's beside the point. Anyway, I finished throwing my scissors on the floor, which I will need for something later, which I will tell you about in a minute. Oh dear. I'm terrible. When I drop anything, I can't pick it up because my fingers don't work. I can crochet, no problem, but I can't pick things up or do anything. Anyway, let's move Lady Jane out the way. This is going to look brighter on camera than it actually is. Because a couple of people said, oh, I love the colours. Now, imagine it like 2 or 3 shades darker, because that's what it is, yeah? It's the well-known virus shawl, and that's what I've done with it. It's one of these cakes. Rosie's coming over and nosy at what I'm doing. I don't know what the little one's doing, but she's not in the garden, which is a good thing. Oh, she's here. It's one of these region bogan cakes that I got off eBay. So I'm doing another one now. Oops, can you see? Shades of blue. They tend to look a little bit brighter on camera. I don't know why. I'm just hoping that when I come to put them on my web page or come to sell them, that people won't be disappointed when it arrives and it's much darker than it looks on the photo. But the modern technology. So I've started another one. These are what I call my go-to shawls. I used to call them hospital shawls because when I had loads of appointments at hospital, you never know if you're going to stay 20 minutes or you're going to stay 3 hours, do you? So these used to be my go-to shawls, yeah. So anyway, to what I was going to show you. Yes, my addiction took a hold of me and I had to, well, it was Wool Warehouse's fault. Let's blame them. They sent me an email saying there was £1 off my favourite gown. Well, one of my favourite gowns, I should say. So of course I had to go and have a look. Because A, I love bargain, and B, I'm not. So, it comes in its lovely organza bag. This colour you've seen before because I've used it many, many times before, and I absolutely love it. It's my favourite colour of all. It's Boho Spirit in Festival. I absolutely, this is just me. This is me. My colours. I love it. I've got some still left over. I've got about 4 balls left over, but having another few balls means I can actually make something with that 4 balls, yeah. But then I've actually gone off-piste, as they say, and got this one, which is called Breeze. It's not my kind of colour, but I'm sure it will be somebody's kind of colour. It's very, very pale, shades of pale blue and greys. As I say, it's not my colour, but it will get used for something. I have to stop buying colours that only I like, yeah? I have to think about other people that don't always want vivid in-your-face colours. Because that's just me. I'm not happy unless I'm wearing something that people can notice, yeah? So what I'm going to turn them into, I don't yet know, but I do love these organza bags, yeah. Certainly Wool Warehouse. Yeah, it should have been $3.99 a ball, and it's $2.99 a ball for a certain time. I don't know how long it's that. And if you spend, oh excuse me, I've got hiccups. If you spend more than £30, you get, I think it's £25 or £30, you get free postage. Now this is got 20% VAT on it. I don't know whether, I think the VAT's included in the price on the web page. I'm not too sure. It should have been $3.99 a ball, and it was $2.99 a ball, but it had free package and postage and handling as well. So, well, the total excluding that was £29.90, but then we've got VAT on it of £5.98. I don't know whether they include the VAT when they're pricing it up, because I'm not very good at maths. I don't know what 6 balls, well 6 threes are 18, aren't they? Yeah, 6 threes are 18. Yeah, they must include the VAT in it. Because it should have been $3.99 a ball and it was $2.99 a ball. So you know me, even though I've got a shed full of wool, I have to include it, yes. Well, I'm not sure, that's about it really, apart from me having a good old moan about me back. Oh, I don't know what I did. I do not know what I did. I must have moved in a certain direction, wrong direction. I'd got up off the chair on the Tuesday night and I thought, ooh, your back hurts, you know, that's unusual. Well, not unusual, but it hurt more than usual. And I got in bed, I thought, it'll relax out when I get in bed. And I woke up Wednesday morning and I couldn't move. And my son said to me, why are you walking like you wet your pants, mother? And it was, that's the way I was walking. I said, it'll wear off, anyway it didn't. So as you know, fortunately, I spoke to the pharmacist on Monday and I got my stronger painkillers. But I think going straight into my stronger painkillers after not taking any was too much for my stomach. So my stomach decided it was not having any of it, yeah. And now I'm looking where they've gone, because they've gone somewhere in the house and they've already had me daughter-in-law's gardening gloves. Well, I think they're my daughter-in-law's and my son's. They've already had them all around the garden. They've chewed the strap on my croc. I'm not that bothered because it was only a cheap pair. It wasn't the proper Crocs. It was just the cheap, generic, plasticky kind of croc that I use for walking in the garden. So Rosie's chewed that. So, you know, they chew everything. They chewed my daughter-in-law's brand new sandal up. I think she was planning to wear. They've gone to a wedding up in Dumfries. I think she was planning to wear these brand new sandals up in Dumfries, but Rosie had other ideas, yeah. And of course she took them out in the garden on my watch, so, you know, I'm partly to blame because I should be watching what she's doing. It's very difficult to watch what they're doing, the puppies. They're here, there and everywhere, they run like the wind, they're not calm. I'm used to calm dogs, I'm not used to spitfires. Phew, phew. And I have no idea where they've gone now. Rosie, where have you gone? Rosie. She's got a terrible habit of going in the waste paper basket. Scattering the contents all around my lounge. I'm not used to this. I'm really not used to this. I've always had sedate dogs. I've had them when they're a bit older, you know what I mean? I've never had dogs that are a bit lunatic. Well, my washing's on the line because it was absolutely glorious when I got up this morning. And I thought, oh, it's a beautiful day and I'm stuck in. But the beautiful day has gone into dull and windy. But I am hoping that the wind will blow some of the wet out and that I won't have to put them in the dryer, because, you know, with the price of electric these days, you've got to... I saw a thing on Facebook saying, be ecological, dry your things on the line outside using solar power and wind and everything, and I was thinking, oh really? Full circle back again to when we was kids and nobody had tumble dryers. I don't think they were invented. Nobody had a tumble dryer. You dried everything on the line or on what we used to call the maiden. Or we used to have one of those that came down from the ceiling and back up again. A maiden was like a, I suppose you'd call it a clothes horse now, clothes rail, clothes rack, whatever. But ours used to come down from the ceiling. And you used to put your things on and then you used to wind it up with a pulley and wind it back up to the ceiling. But it used to dry things because it used to be above the fire. Not very nice. Not very elegant in your lovely lounge. Well, we didn't have lounges back in the day. We had front rooms. Or living rooms where you did everything in it and nobody bothered about it being posh. I mean, now you wouldn't have a rack in your lounge. It'd be like, oh, it doesn't go with the decor. Now we've got a helicopter going over. So much fun living near the sea. Oh, can you hear it? bet you can't, can you? But I can, it's definite. Oh, it's flown by again. I'm always a bit wary when it's the helicopter because I'm always hoping it's not the live sea rescue, you know, going over. Or somebody being rescued from a car wreck or something. I'm always hoping it's just the RAF doing a flyby, yeah. We shall know soon enough if it does another circle, because that means they're looking for somebody. Mind you, who on earth would go bathing in this weather? I don't know. But there's always some loony. Oh, I shouldn't say loony, should I? It's not the right word. There's always some, how can I put it, mentally challenged person that will think it's okay to go in the water. When it clearly says, beach is not for bathing at this end anyway, that end. It's alright at that end, but it's not at that end. But you still see people in the water. Whereas it says, dangerous beach, dangerous tides, don't go in. It's not got lifeguards, not ever. And the dogs are too quiet. Where are you, kids? Can't see them. Oh, ominous. I'll probably go back to a paper chase. If you're wondering what I'm wearing, it's a shrug. People keep saying, oh, I like your shawl. It's not a shawl, it's a shrug. It was made with some wool I got from Lolly's. Oh my goodness, do I miss that shawl. Oh, she's barking. She's barking. But it's one of those, you make a square and then you sew it up and you put armholes in it. I was trying to explain it to Miguel one day and he just didn't get it at all. But there are several videos if you follow for this shrug pattern. Easiest thing in the world, one large granny square, sew it up and put little armbands on. Couldn't get any easier. But I have got one actually in my wardrobe that I'm going to have to pull a few rows back because I made it when I was 2.5 stone heavier, which is like 28 and 7, 35 pounds heavier. So it's just too big. So if I can take a few, undo it on the arm bits there and take a few rows off it, sew it back up again, it should be okay. Yeah. Yeah, so there was no knit club at the Queen's today, Wednesday, so they didn't really know I was missing because the pub was shut because they're having alterations to the ladies' loos and the men's loos and stuff like that, so they didn't even miss me. They'll miss me next week when I don't go. But I've had enough, as I said before. I should have gone to a little singing group on Thursday. It's not a choir, anything that posh. You just go for a sing-along. It's not so much what you sound like, it's, you know, the fun of it, yeah? You just push little ones back, big ones out there now. I'm happy now I can find them. So I was looking forward to going, but with my stomach and stuff, being as how it was, I just couldn't risk it, if you know what I mean. I didn't want to go diving off in the middle of a sea shanty, you know. I'll maybe go next week. There's another one that's on a Tuesday at lunchtime, which I may go to. Because normally on a Tuesday, my daughter-in-law takes the dogs and goes over to where she used to live to be with her family. And my son usually works. But even if he doesn't work, he looks after the dogs anyway while I go out and about. Yeah. I'm going to start going and doing things. I'm not just limiting myself to the knit club or whatever. Although my lovely knit club in the evening, we're going out to afternoon tea at the Sheraton in Blackpool, which should be nice, providing my stomach behaves itself. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the rest of the afternoon. I'm probably going to bring the washing in because I don't think it will dry. Oh, Rosie's on the garden again. What she finds so fascinating about plants, I don't know. She's eaten half the flowers and she's dug up the rest. We should just build a big sandpit and have done with the garden, you know. Why do we bother? Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I don't know whether I'm going to make any tea or not. I'm just not in the mood for eating at all. What did I try eating this lunch at breakfast? Oh, I did have a bacon sandwich, so we'll see whether that lands and stays. Yeah. Didn't bother with lunch, just had a spot of soup for lunch, and then I don't know what I'm having for my tea. I'm just not in the mood for anything much. As I say, I should be plummeting in weight, but I'm not. Don't know why. I'm going to go out and, I don't know whether you can see all my washing out on the Tizzy Wizzy, all hanging out there. I'm going to bring that in. If it's not dry, I'll just put it for a few minutes in the dryer. Or I may put it on the, the drying rack thing I've got. If I put it in here, it's quite warm in here. So it should dry overnight if it's not red hot. Yeah, I don't fancy putting the dryer on. Economical me. I never used to use the dryer much when I was home. Well, I say home. I still think of it as home when I used to live. Yeah. I used to use my outside line, and I used to use the dryer a lot. It was permanently up in my what I call my laundry room, my utility room, whatever you want to call it. It was permanently up in there, and that's how I used to dry things. Anyway, I'm rambling and waffling. That's what I was trying to say. I'm not wambling. I am not the Wombles of Wimbledon, is it what they were called? Yeah, as you can tell, no makeup on, hair a mess. I'm still not 100%, but hopefully tomorrow I'll be ready for me live. If the dogs behave. But they did do last time I got left with them. They went to sleep on the sofa or on the chair, so they were good. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if they behave themselves. So I have no idea what time it is. I'll have a little look at my... What does it say here? Oh, message from E. He said Nick Nottingham's doing a blanket. Miguel's added a photograph. And I've got 6 minutes left on my timer. This video only does 30 minutes. I think I've told you that before it cuts off. So I like to say goodbye before it cuts off. Anyway, like I say, I will put a link up to my not Facebook page, no, my web page. It's called Urban Gypsy Crochet, and my friend Sarah made it for me, but at the moment it's got nothing on it. Because a lot of the new stuff I've not taken photographs of. And it was the lovely weather yesterday, but of course I wasn't fit enough to stand and take photos. And I'm going to miss my mannequin, because she used to model everything so well. Things don't look quite right on Lady Jane, do they? But never mind, that's all I've got, so it's all I can do. I'm not buying another model, another mannequin, 70 odd pounds worth of mannequin, just to stand in my shed and scare everybody. I wonder how she's going on by Paris. She went to be a mannequin in a World War II reconstruction museum. She was going to be dressed as a nurse. So I hope she's enjoying her new life. But I'm really missing her. Anyway, bye for now. Hopefully I will see you tomorrow on the live, unless my stomach plays up again. I don't say chamomile tea because I can't stand it. I've tried it. That makes me... Yeah, well, never mind. You don't want to know. So bye for now. See you later. Bye now.